Hey, mama.
Hey,
What up, y'all? I'm here with my beautiful mama.
hey, hey, everybody.
We are here today, just to talk. This is probably gonna be my favorite podcast ever because I'm gonna keep this one forever. It's like the one that goes infinity.
With your BFF, huh?
hmm
All
My
right. I
BFF.
was BFF.
She my BFF, y'all. So, we just chilling, having a cocktail, and just enjoying one another. This is, as I said, such a pleasure, and I appreciate you taking this time out of your busy schedule
I'm
to
chilling
kick it with your
today.
baby boy.
That's right. That's
I
right.
appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy this, and cheers to everybody out there. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, leave reviews, and most importantly, moms and sons, y'all can watch this, and hopefully y'all learn something. Get some fun stuff out of it,
That's
cause
right.
I enjoy it. How your day going?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm off today. I'm relaxing because I got to hit it tomorrow.
How was your week?
Oh, my week was busy, a little stressful, but for the most part, it was a blessing.
That's a blessing. I love you. I love your attitude, mom.
Thank
As
you.
always.
Thank
So I'm
you.
gonna tell y'all something about my mom. The ones that know her and the ones that don't know her. Everybody talks about your love, your energy, your being who you are, your funniness, your charisma, everything that I hope people see in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I get it from you. Shout out to my pops though. You know he could drop something in there too. But I'm thankful for the love and care that you put in me. That means a lot to me. So I want to say thank you for that. Um, and two, with that being said, how do you? So you said your week was good. How do you classify like a good week? Like what makes it a good week?
A good week for me because of me being in healthcare. When I see a patient leave with a smile, when I see them discharged, when I see them just do better, get to feeling better. That's a good week for me. And then at the end of it, when I know I can come home and relax and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have no agenda. My kids are grown. I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna cook today or, because when you guys was little, I had a whole little menu set up. I had to have it because I didn't want y'all to get tired of, repetitious. So I had to
Yeah,
make it fun, make it different, make it interesting.
I
And
appreciate
I
that
owe
too.
that to my mom for being the mama she was, and raising us. And
Shout out to grandma.
yeah, shout out to my mama. And we called her the Black Lucy of the family because she kept us rolling,
Yeah,
kept us laughing. And I guess I did get a little bit of that from her.
you did. You did. I mean, we talk about it. I think me and Dungy was talking about it our last family meeting, a family getting together, and we just talk about like how much like that you bring to the
Yeah.
family. So I appreciate that because that helps us through a lot of like tough times. I mean, like you were saying, when we was kids growing up, we had them tough times and stuff, especially early on,
Yeah.
and I never felt that.
Yeah.
I never felt that it was like the worst of times. It was just always, a little difficult, but it was fun. It
Yeah.
was interesting. You made it really, really easy in
It
hard
was it
times.
was it was something to do for y'all. We try to make it an adventure for you because if we wouldn't have made it an adventure, you would have seen the hard times, the trials and the tribulations when somebody was out of work or whatever. Because even me growing up as the 11th kid, I'm number 11. I'm the baby. I'm 5 years later,
Yeah.
and then it's like to see when my dad lost his job. Who says who? I mean, we ain't miss a beat. No food stopped. Electricity got turned off maybe for maybe I want to say 2, 3 a day or so. And before you know it, it's back on for however. Even when the neighbors got together, we might see one long extension cord from one house to the next.
Yeah.
But we was making it do what it do. And we
Yeah.
was happy doing it, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm embarrassed because, my lights off and y'all's out too.
Yeah.
And we made it a journey. We made it fun. The mamas got together and cooked and put foods together, and the men sat around and figured out how they was gonna make their next move to make their family do what it did. We went to the park together. We remember Sundays being we call it the park day to chill, hang out or whatever with each other. But it wasn't a lot of in turmoil. It wasn't a lot of getting along bad and negativity and people talking about each other the way it is now. We lifted each other up the way we should have, even if it was something silly. We made it do what it do.
And I think that's something that I'm happy about with us and what you put inside. Me and Donisha, we share that. Like we share that. We share that passion, which we are close, but we really are close beyond the brother and sister because we all went through that same thing that you were taught, to love each other, to be there for each other, to represent one another. And I think one thing that I'm very happy about is that opportunity to be a family. That's something that you really, I don't know if I'm sure but I remember being a kid and you better watch out, your sister, that's the only person you got. And I remember you getting really mad at us whenever we fought or got into it because, you didn't play that. You wanted to make sure that we always had each other back, and we always rolled with each other.
I always would tell y'all. What did I tell y'all? Y'all all each other got. My mama told my sisters and brothers and I that on the regular. We all we got. And to this day, we're older than us. I got a sister. I ain't gonna throw out them big double digit ages on who they are. But I got the 70s and the late 60s and the
shout out to aunties.
They deep in their ages, but they beautiful and they loving. But the point I'm making is we all live here in Houston, and we'll go to an event and hug and kiss each other like we live out of town.
Yeah.
And that's how my mama raised us to be. When it was time to go to bed, we said our prayers, said good night to each other, and they try to, they used to tease us, y'all acting like the Waltons, all that good night. Just go to bed, but it was so funny. Then it get quiet for a minute, then everybody bust out laughing, Everybody like, good night, I love you, or whatever. And to this day, I see my sisters, my nephews, my nieces, all of us, I love you. Get through talking on the phone, I love you. Even with my nieces, their husbands.
Yeah.
Even with just the nephew, his wife, his soon to be wife, talking to y'all on the phone, my cousins, all of us. I told I love you, and people are like, it has to be an agenda behind that word. Stop making an agenda and just make it real. And then you ain't got to worry about all that. And that goes with these so-called people that we say friends. But at the end of the day, I look back to when I was growing up, I did have those true blue friends. A lot of them have passed away. We done got older. We kids. We grandparents now.
Yeah.
And so now I look at my next set of friends as my siblings and my cousins, especially my cousins, my first cousins and my ride or dies, or those are like my brothers and sisters. Those are my second brothers and sisters, because I could tell one of them something and it ain't gonna go nowhere, or you not going to judge me in a different way because I told you something different about me that you didn't know.
That's one thing that I think I got from you. And that's probably something that a lot of people that know us know that's something we do. I mean, we love hard, and at the same time, it is a downfall sometimes that it's hard for us to overcome some things because you ain't have to hurt us like that, because we lead with the heart. We lead with love. We lead with, even if I may do something wrong, trust me, I want to make it right, because the empath inside, the love inside, like I want to make sure you know that you love, because I know growing up, a lot of times some people didn't accept us, didn't accept things. We bounce from here to here, and they didn't understand things. And I told, like, I would, that's why I was always fighting in school, because for me, I wanted to let you know and let everybody know that we not less than, we not, whatever. We might be going through hard times, but
Exactly.
we are still who we are. We are
Yeah.
still, because
Yeah.
we are filled with love. We are filled
Exactly.
with care. We are filled
Exactly.
with
And that's what
joy.
makes us so envied, I want to say.
I agree.
That makes us so talked about, and it's not talked about in a nice way, because and me, I could watch a commercial and I'm just sensitive like that. Been sensitive my whole life, and I can say self-sensitive because, for one, being the youngest, and then for another, wanting the best for my brothers and sisters. Who says that? What baby says that?
Yeah.
My sisters and brothers be sick. I didn't, get a lot of colds and the flu and all that like they did. But as a child of a healthcare worker, as a child of a nurse, I was excited to walk around with the tray, with the juice on it and the aspirin and and the thermometer, and you feel better, feel better. I'm gonna come and check back on you, And I had one brother. I love my brother Jimmy, Lord rest his soul. My nickname was Meathead. Meathead, get out of here. But if I didn't come back when I said, he'd be like, Meathead, where you at?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to get out of here? But and then the same thing, with it's just my siblings, like my sister Marianne. It was like she's 8 years older than me, and it used to be, I mean, what y'all doing? Get out of here, go sit down. Nobody want, and it was like, and then now it's like I can't turn for her.
Yeah.
What you think? What you think about that? You want to be with your sister, you want to do stuff with her because we both adults. I remember going on. My brother-in-law and her married to this day. My brother-in-law done been married forever, been together forever. I remember going on their first date with them.
Dang.
Because my mom was like, "You going? You taking her?" And she like, "Man." So, and I'm glad I went because I was nosy. He put his arm around her. I was, he put his arm, and then he was coughing, and he put his arm around her. And I mean, it's like, you ain't going nowhere else. You done told. I mean, when my brother Tom Lee first smoked, I told that, but I had a change jar. If you don't want me to tell it, you gotta pay me. Pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Let's go cash out.
Come on and pay me. So I was the human cash out back in the day. So yeah, it was a lot of fun growing up though.
I should have did that with Donisha. Dang, I could have probably all that time she was sneaking to the front of the apartments.
Yeah,
I could have got her some money too.
She could have came and got you too, especially when summertime. It's still clock the morning. What you doing outside?
Yeah,
I couldn't sleep. I had to run.
See, the thing about Donisha is I learned this. If I can make sure she was on the phone, because this is what I did. I would make sure, oh, you talk to your friends? I'm acting like I'm on the phone. So anytime she'd get on the phone, I try to pick it up. So whenever I wasn't picking up the phone and stuff like that, that's when she knew she was in the clear. I'm like, okay, I'll make sure she's busy doing her thing. Then after that, then I can go sneak out and do whatever. But Mama, I ain't gonna lie to you. Them moments as kids, like going to Hermit Park and stuff and going around, like, I mean, with just me and Donisha, you would think like, oh man, it's them two. But I thank y'all for allowing, like, all our cousins to be like our siblings.
Yeah.
To me, a lot of times that in life builds that family bond. And I think me and Doug Jr., like I said, we're like brothers, more or less than cousins, because we spent a lot of time when we were younger and we all close in age.
Yeah.
But y'all made sure that, like, even with the tiffs and taps or whatever, like, we still same thing.
Yeah.
That's family, and we didn't stay away from each other. Yes. It was always like, it was never, sometimes now people think like, okay, we gotta have this family event to get together. It was never like that. It was more or less like we was on the weekends or whatever, and that not even just the summertime. Like even during the middle school, like school, I remember being over there on the weekend, or they coming over to our house and stuff like that.
Are we going shopping?
In
the Little Red Central?
Shout out to the Little Red Central. How many people don't believe me when I say that?
People don't believe, but it's true. I had a little red Nissan Sentra, and it was myself in the front seat and my sister, 2 adults. She had 4 kids and I had 2. So what's that? 8 people in that, and we rolled. Wasn't nobody. We uncomfortable. Nobody was uncomfortable.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Stopped to get something to eat. We went shopping. So that's what I'm saying. Even if we didn't buy a lot of stuff, we still did things with y'all.
Yep.
Going to the garage sales. I remember getting up on Saturday mornings. When my mom was living, go and have breakfast. And sometimes my stepdad had to work, or he, doing stuff around the house, cutting the grass or washing cars, because of course they was going out that night to the club. But during the day, it was me, and you, Mom, we going breakfast, then we go garage sale. And I remember Donisha was little. She was like, "We went to garage sale. We going to now. I'm gonna have garage sale fever." But every time we go where some toys was, she wanted to stay.
She looking.
She stayed. She shopping too. Yeah,
she looking.
It was just so much fun to help each other out and be there as, sisters, brothers, friends, neighbors. And me even going so far as when y'all got older and we moved to Spring, and that was like, I remember the day going look at that house. Oh my God, y'all was devastated. It's stupid. It's ugly. Ain't nobody gonna like this neighborhood. We're not gonna have no friends. I don't want to live over here. Ain't nobody gonna have no friends. And to this day, you got friends that still call me Mama.
That's true.
Our house was a house to hang out, eat. Have fun at. When the parents trusted us enough to leave their kids and say, "Appreciate you watching my son, my daughter, our boys, our girls," So we was doing something right, because they didn't have a problem with y'all being there, with your friends being there.
That's true.
Your friends being there.
I think they understood what we all see in you, the love, the care, the nurturing. And I tell people a lot of times, and I think they think that, okay, yeah, it's your mama, you're going to be biased. No, I've run across a lot of people in life, and I've seen the goods and the bads of people. I've seen people just turn on people, be nasty to people. With all of my years on this earth that, you and God hooked up to do in pop, I've never seen you generally upset at someone and mad for a long time. Like, even if they do you wrong, and I think that's a superpower you got. And for me personally, like, that's why I guess growing up, it made me a lot mad, because I used to get so bothered by people taking that for granted. You know what I'm saying? Taking that superpower and, using it, I wouldn't say against you, but making it feel like you aren't who you are and doing what you're doing, and don't leave with love because of their insecurities or whatever they doing or not doing. And I've always prayed for you or for me or for anybody in our circle to make sure that never happens again. And it's something that I think that it's not often seen, because people got their own agenda, but love is such a strong thing.
It is. It's amazing when it's used the right way. And like you were saying about, even if I was upset with him at one time, even if we don't talk ever again, I don't wish anybody no ill feelings. I'm still praying for him, and I'll get on my knees and say, or I ain't gonna lie, if I'm too tired to get on my knees, I might be standing up in the shower, washing my face, but I'm still praying. No matter how, I'm still praying. And I was like, Lord, bless it for what it was when it was. That relationship, that so-called friendship, it's done when it's over with, but I still wish that person blessings. I still wish him health, because you can't say you used to be paramedic or used to be EMT, did 911, work in the medical field for 35 years, I might add, just as my anniversary not too long ago.
OG in the game, y'all hear it?
It's like, you can't say you this and you care about people if you haven't, in deep down inside, some ill feelings.
That's true.
That's like a preacher saying, I'm a pastor, but you can't come in my church. No, it don't work like that.
You can't pick and
It don't
choose.
work like that, and it's like being somebody that y'all looked up to was good for me. When I say looked up to, I mean as in, yeah, I might not have a bunch of money, and my thing, it wasn't even about money for me because it was so much fun to make y'all Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
To cook fried chicken and go up to the school. And the first thing I think them basketball players, hey mom, how you doing? Or hey Miss Maya, hey, and they looking for what I done cook.
Yeah.
And it was amazing when things came up with Donisha where I could go backstage, and for me from moving from a spectator to a facilitator and helping and sewing this and putting this hair together and doing this and doing that, and it's like it was so amazing till I had no idea that these people had plans in mind for me to, hand me flowers and say thank you for coming backstage out of all the moms, the booster moms. And I feel like that now because I'm a grandmother and I'm out there watching my grandkids do their thing, and it felt great just the other day to watch London go and play basketball, when, Sydney go and do her cheerleader, stuff like that. It feel good. You the grandma? And I am.
I think that it is amazing too, and I want to give you your kudos and shout out to overcoming something that I know you've dealt with, and that's people hating. Why she all in this? Why she want to do in front of this? Why she want to? And that's something that it took, I know, a lot to understand. Like, yo, I'm still gonna love. How can you tell me the way I can love?
Yeah.
How can you tell me the way I can show my gratitude or show my love? Like, I'm not doing this to get any recognition from nobody.
Nothing.
I'm doing this because it makes me feel good. It makes me happy.
Baby. You cry too much. You too sensitive. Y'all better go and talk to Anna Lee and CJ about that, because them the ones who made me. And I'm telling you, when I say sensitive, my mama was sensitive with the capital, but it didn't stop her from doing nothing she wanted to do. And you got people right now this day that worked with her when she was a nurse at these same hospitals that I worked at, MD Anderson, the name one. And it's so weird because they call me Ann. And I look, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Or they'll call my oldest sister, because she worked in MD Anderson, so they'll call her Ann or Kathy, call me Kathy. But they said the reason why they did it is not because they didn't know who we were. Our work ethic was so strong, like our mother.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So.
That means that not only y'all put that work in, but not only that y'all represent something that has grown.
Oh yeah.
That grandma was in there and doing her thing, and y'all came in and continued the legacy and add your flavor to it. So if London or Sydney or Layla, RJ, any of them stepping in next, they understand like what they're getting, what type of person they're getting, because you can't change.
Yeah.
Like, I can't change my foundation of love, of care, as much as I be wanting to. And the stuff that I didn't tell you, people that know me money, and I'm chasing this down another. But at the end of the day, and I mean, I tell myself all the time, good or bad, like, I don't want to change who I am. I know sometimes you gotta kind of isolate yourself from people that can misuse that, because that kindness and that generosity that's what I know.
Yeah.
And if people see that, sometimes the one in the wrong hands, they can, like, they want to use that as,
leverage.
Exactly.
They want to use it, like, when you praying and you saying, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for who I am, good or bad, because it makes me who I am.
Yeah.
And it turns me into wanting to be better. And everybody, and it's so weird because it's so strange how everybody can look at monetary values and think that's the value of a person.
Wow.
I tell you what, if it came to being with monetary value, if that was the I was gonna never have nothing when it came to that. But I could take, like, what's that song? I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Yeah.
If it came to struggling on how to get it made or how to hold on to it, might not been a lot. But when I opened my hand, it felt like a lot.
Yeah.
And it felt like a lot so much that I could share that little bit and hand a little bit to somebody else. And it was so weird that I got this from my grandmother. She'd be like, when you're sweeping and you pick up, and I found it to be true. People might say, "Oh, it's crazy what she gonna say," but sweeping and you're picking up, those are pennies. And right now, this day, I still do it. Pick up for every penny you pick up. It might not happen today or tomorrow, but those pennies turn into dollars, tens, and eventually hundreds. And that has been so freaking true. Because it was one time, and I say shout out to my job, because these people know how amazing it is to struggle and to have kids. And you know how some jobs are just for a few minutes. And I won't even say because they're fast food, but they're a few minutes because they trying to get that little something right then. But being working at the hospital and working in Methodist, that place has been in existence 100 years. And out of that 100 years, I could recall one time I was like, golly, what I'm gonna cook today? Let me check that chicken to come before I say I'm gonna do it. They might be getting hot dogs today. And then it's like, shh. And I get on the phone with my spouse and, babe, what we gonna eat tonight? I don't know. Let's see. And maybe about 20 minutes later, everybody like, you get yours? I said, get my what? You didn't get your bonus? I don't know. Let me check. And that $15 I might have had there went from $15 to $300 tax-free dollars that everybody got. Just that quick.
Shout out to Methodist.
Come on now. And it's so amazing how people don't know that what you asking for, you will get it. You might not get it in your time, but it ain't never late. Yep. I'm telling you, when I say amazing, 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 keep living and keep loving and keep being good to people.
Right.
And to yourself too. Because that's what I had to learn the hard way. I'll go in the store in a minute and go shopping for y'all and my spouse. And then you be like, well, yours. I'm good. And it felt so good because when y'all opening up something, it was like it was mine, but it was yours. And I didn't even care about it. Even when Christmas time come, I'm good. Because I already know that's just like I felt good to see y'all open up something. Somebody behind me felt good to see me open up something.
Yeah.
And that goes all the way back to my grandkids. You're talking about my oldest grandchild is 21, soon to be 22, and my youngest is 8. And every last one of them bought us something and watched us open it, and it felt good. I remember when Sydney bought me the Good Girl perfume. She said, Granny, you got the high heel shoe. I said, ooh. I said, thank you. I said, boy, your mom and daddy got... And my mom and dad, I bought that with my money, with my book sales. It felt good. It's like you got a little baby that's an entrepreneur, but they know how to make stuff do what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when y'all was turning the lights on and plugging? I made y'all give me a quarter every time y'all turned that light. Turn that light off. Who turned the light on? Craig turned on. He said he was ironing his shirt. Come on. Yeah, I got the Folgers coffee can, put it in there. But it was so funny. Then y'all paying $2 rent.
Yeah.
Y'all knew how to pay rent early, but I was giving it all back to you. But y'all didn't know that. At the end of the month, like, oh, get back to them. They did a good job. But it was like, that's a shame. That's child abuse. You making your children know they responsibility at an early age. They know they had to pay their light bill. I bet people thought y'all was crazy. I had to pay my light bill and my rent. Y'all.
But it teaches responsibility. Right. And it, like, at the end of the day, you are the matriarch, and you are becoming the matriarch of our family tree of it. With me, Danisha, all of her kids, all of my kid. And as we get older and we learn more and go through more and more, and you see them grow more, it's a lot of those things, like you say, when you see them now, they take on qualities of you. So I know I know you take that honor, or take that position in honor, and I thank you for giving us a really strong person figure in that position, because a lot of the times, since you are like me and since we are sensitive and we are hard on ourselves, um, oftentimes we are put into that position that we feel like it's not enough, we ain't do enough, or we didn't, I guess, execute on the level that we wanted to. But when you look back at it in the grand scheme of things, and that's why I'm here to tell you this, and I'm the world here and everything, but you are an amazing mom. You are phenomenal. You've been phenomenal. I can talk about stories all the way from being sick in the hospital with meningitis on Thanksgiving.
Pull your tooth.
Yep. So you trying to pull my tooth, I'm running up and down. You was going. When I say that, I still remember that vividly. I remember we been in that townhouse, running up and down. I locked myself in the bathroom, and you trying to pull that tooth out.
I slammed the door, but it kept slipping. It slid out. Kept slipping out. It was so fun. He was like, "Help! This woman gonna kill me." He go down. You all right? Don't do it no more, mama, because it's gonna come out when it fall out. She's your protection.
She sure will. Shout out to Didi.
She was trying to do everything.
I remember standing there leaning over. Watch you. Okay, come on. You slap it, it slip off. No, I'm scared. It probably ain't even hurt. I'm just scared. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
This ain't gonna work for me.
I remember that vividly, and I
tell you.
And I tell people about that. Picking that oil up right before going to church.
Woo! I was just telling Crystal that the other day. I said, "Oh my God. So man, we getting dressed. We got y'all dressed. Sit y'all down. You got your little Miss Pritzy. She trying to figure out what purse she gonna take to church. You know, she was cute. And I was like, I heard something.
That was so funny.
I looked at today and I was like,
boy, I remember I was like, oh yeah, bounce around. That is something Sydney would do. But I remember literally just tasting cooking oil just all down my throat, all on my like. I remember that was like, oh my God.
Yep. No, you remember. Y'all know we couldn't stand y'all asking people for nothing. You remember. I just knew you wasn't gonna have no butt when we got through with you. Excuse me, is this your son? He asked me for a quarter because he was trying to get some out the gumball machine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was so mad at that man for snitching on me like that. He gonna come over there and I just asked you, bro. You ain't have to do none of that.
Tell my mom, like, you know I belong to them because you know I'm looking like that man and that lady.
What are you doing?
We the only blacks. Excuse me.
He gonna go snitch.
He didn't want you to go down the wrong. He caught himself looking out for you.
Shout him out, man. Wherever you are, Mr. White Man. I appreciate you for telling on me like that. But you know, but yeah, Mama, them moments in our childhood that to other people might seem gray or might seem like you said, it was some people just all thought about the money, about like things that you had and stuff like that. And I'll be real, like, you know, we going to other people's houses and stuff like that, and I know you had some friends that had some really nice stuff and things, but I never once was like, I wish this life was mine.
Exactly.
I never once thought like,
Come on now, speak it.
You know, that was
to this day. To this day, I mean, I have people that I know. You know, some friends, some in the celebrity world, some in the politics world that I know that I would never, you know, divulge who they are, but them being beautiful places. Some friends, amazing houses. But I never go, man, it's so nice. Man, I wish this was mine.
Yeah.
You know.
Never
in my, I mean, the jealousy has never been there. You know, even I can remember even when I was a model, my mama scratching and scraping and sent me through Barbizon, School of Modeling. I'm like, and it was 3 blacks, me and 2 other girls. And that's because they had big money to go there. And then, you know, and I went. And it was like all the fashion shows I was in. It was like, I came in first place,
Hmm.
either first or second. And it was like, oh my God, that's a beautiful gown you have on. I was like, thank you. You know, it's like all my gowns got kudos for having the most beautiful gown on. These are some things that, and I ain't ashamed to say, came from resale shops.
Hmm.
And my mama put her swag to them, as y'all
Yup.
call it.
Yup.
And you would not believe they came from resale shops. And I'm standing next to Tiffany or Cindy or Candy, and they mama paid $5,000 for this little plain Jane dress. And mine might have cost $10 back then, maybe $5. And when that lady got through sitting up that till 3 o'clock in the morning with a needle here and sewing this and sewing that, and then it was like the beauty of it that she did it and didn't want mom. No, go to bed. I got this. And it made me the same thing. It made me feel so good when my nieces asked me to, be their coordinators and do their weddings.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there making boutonnieres and flowers and bouquets and trying to think about how I was gonna get the next thing together, and it felt so good for my nieces that I did their wedding. It came up like now he teased me, hey, wedding coordinator for life, and giving me kiss and giving me hug and just giving me kudos for that, and it was all love.
You have that natural talent to do that. I think that's another superpower that you have. For me, you decorated dorm rooms, all type of stuff for me. So that's one thing that the reason why I kind of created this and want to show the world how amazing you are. I feel like I'm dope, but I feel like I'm a byproduct of you. And I always felt like that. I felt like that just seeing the stuff that you did, the creativity in your cooking, the creativity in your design, just because it's to me, in essence, it's different ways that you show love. It's different ways that you can't put a price tag on the stuff that you get, the way that you treat people, the way that people accept you and receive you. That's it's a rare occurrence. There's a lot of nice people out here, but it's always usually nice for a price. It's usually nice for a season. It's usually nice because I'm doing what you want me to do. But if I decide to do what I want to do at the chance, are you still gonna treat me that way?
Right. Or go on my own agenda, use my own mind, and well, you acting funny. I'm acting funny because I'm
me,
my own person.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah, and so no, it's not how you look at things and how you say about being genuine, being genuine all the time, and it was so amazing how you were able to travel. You were able to do your thing, play your ball. And you met all these wonderful people. These people that had your back, and y'all didn't even speak the same language. But at the end of the day, you had their back, they had yours. To the point when your friend came all the way from Germany. He never had a fried chicken a day in his life. He gets on the phone and calls his mom, asks his mom, do she know how to? No, do not make this fried chicken you speak of. And before he left, he wanted more. When I first met my godson, Mark, it's like, he brought his plate now. I said, oh, you get enough? I want some more. I thought he was giving me a plate. He wanted me to put some more chicken on that plate.
Yeah, he did.
And it's like, even my spouse's nephews and all of them, and they like, this lady ain't lost it. And I haven't eaten meat in almost 4 or 5 years, but I can still hit that chicken where I need to hit it.
Yes,
You ain't lost your touch.
Baked, fried, however you need it, she got it for you.
That's right.
I stand behind it. I guarantee, like you say, I guarantee it.
I guarantee. Nephew coming all the way from Atlanta to get that fried chicken. No, his baked chicken.
He love that
rice and his corn. That's what he gets. That's what he wants. But that's why I show my love when I'm in there cooking.
Yeah.
Even for my unit when I'm cooking. that's why I took it upon myself to go and get my catering license so I can cook. And I can show them, the heart and the love that, instead of my unit going and paying somebody else, they pay me, and I'm doing it out of love, Someone didn't know what a catfish and grits was. They were like, what? Y'all don't eat eggs in the morning with grits? Yeah, and we do catfish too. Because when you from Louisiana, that's what you do, You make it do.
So before we get out here, I gotta ask you, what's something that you would want me to know as I navigate this life of mine as your son? Something that you always want me to pay attention to, or something that I should focus on with your knowledge that you went through in this life and you knowing how we built. What's something that you can give to me?
I would want you to pay attention to the little things. Make the little things important. When I say the little things, I mean like just a day with a bag of chips or some lunch meat and some crackers and a blanket in the beach. It don't cost but a couple of dollars to drive to Galveston. It might not be Cape Cod or that, but it might not be the Hamptons. But for now, it'll be our little Hamptons, or find it don't always have to be a beach, and that's the thing that I say we as Black folks think. If it's some water, it's wonderful. It don't have to be. It can be small nature. It can be just to know that life is worth living, is good, and to let your kids, your friends, the ones that are hold near and dear to you, and even your family, let them know that you my family, you my brother, you my cousin, but I love you. We friends too. We friends. We want to be friends. We can be silly together. Like you and I did our little dance. And truth be told, your sister say we stole her. It's supposed to be we stole the dance at her wedding. But we had some fun.
We did have some fun.
But just keep doing you. Keep being happy. Keep pushing for what makes you happy, not the dollar sign, not the price. Because, and I'm gonna tell you what happened to me one time, and before we get out of here, it was a job that was gonna pay me big time money, assistant, everything, and I did it for a week. Boring as hell. I'm like, why you doing everything? You got the money, you got an assistant, even when you ain't at work, you got a voice come on there and say she's off leave, whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I was bored out of my skull.
Really?
Because I wanted to come in there with, it's like, and you're on the executive level, you can't be acting like that. You can't be, yourself, whatever, and, making people laugh and popping your fingers and, doing all that and all that. I remember one time I was like, it's quitting time. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. But when I got to Method, it was quitting time. I was twerking at the what you call it, and showing the other folks how to twerk, and it was so much fun to get back into my element.
Yeah.
I used to have a thing at work called Get Up and Move. After lunch, we had lunch for 30 minutes, and the next 30 we had an hour. The next 30 minutes on Fridays was wobble night, wobble day.
Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby.
And it was so funny. I ain't even like it was so fun to see some of them non-blacks do the wobble, but they was doing it and they was, thank you, Maya. Oh, that was amazing. And but we got to stop worrying about, and I'm telling you, I'm guilty as freak about it, but I'm getting better.
Mm.
Love on yourself. And it used to be, I used to give myself like, oh, she this and she that, put yourself down, whatever, just like this little dent up here in my nose, thanks to my mama throwing a secret can at my brother, and I come around the corner, I'm like, Mama, I'm getting ready to tell her something happened, and they nose just bleed, wishing I'm thinking I'm about to die. I said, Mama, she said, go sit down. Somebody come get Maya, because I'm finna finish getting Jimmy. Lord rest his soul. And I was like, Mom, but you hear me? Girl, you probably gonna do something later on. So it wasn't like she didn't love me, but she know it wasn't no dire situation where I was getting ready to die. I'm about to fade to black. None of that. But the two of the sisters came and drug me away because I was finna put on the production. I was finna, go in.
That's like your granddaughter.
Like your daughter do. Yeah. And like the youngest of my daughters do. Oh, drama. And she did it too. Remember, she hurt her little knee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to have to get her leg amputated.
Mm-hmm.
In Louisiana. She had one little scratch.
That girl,
I can't see.
The worst.
I can't breathe,
The worst.
So, yeah. We got some drama queens in the family.
For sure.
You can't do nothing but love them. But I just take this and I give this to anybody out there. Take time and love on your family. You got friends in your house. You got best BFFs. That's my BFF and my other BFF. Don't let the other grandchild know the other grandchild, but London, that's my BFF too. But I think she kind of losing me because she's in the 7th grade now.
Yeah, she's growing up now.
Hey, Granny, around her friends, I'm like, hey, Nunu, her name is Nunu.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn London, This one over here, his nickname is Cooter.
Cooter, baby.
Top Cat. My uncle gave him that name. So when he was playing basketball in school, middle school, high school, don't let him do something good, make a 3-pointer. Everybody on our side, yay, Cooter! And it was like, he's not even getting mad about that, and it's like,
because I know that's my family.
That's right. It was all in love.
I know they love me. I know that's my family.
Your daughter, Stinker Wanker. I think when she get in 11th grade, I might not be able to call her Stinker Wanker no more, but we'll talk about it when it get to that.
We'll see for sure.
We'll see. Everybody got their name, and I love my family. I am never, and the friends that I have that truly know me, they still love me no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I'm not inhuman. But
I think you are perfect because we all are built the way we're supposed to be built. Like, you are the perfect mother for me. Ups, downs, left and right, because it made me the person who I am. And I'm very happy with who I am. I don't have everything that I want. And I think that's okay. I have everything that I need. Mm-hmm. And I think that more than anything, I have the love and support of a family, that with that love and support of a family, I'm able to give love back out to the world. I'm able to give more and more of me back and show people what it's like to be loved.
Yeah.
So, and I attest that to you, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to say this. When you have kids, you've been married and you're remarried, and those kids love on their parents' new spouse or whatever, and that's a blessing. But when you get to the point where the exes are all more than cordial with each other, they can see each other and give each other a hug and whatever, baby, you got a beautiful thing going on, because I experienced that with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And now you experiencing it with yours.
Yep.
Baby, somebody walk up and say something wrong about Pam Blackmon, they're going to have a problem on their hands.
Yeah.
And Pam Blackmon is my kid's stepmom, but I love her to death. She's real.
Yep.
She gives out the energy that she gives in, because whose child, her kid calls me Mama Maya.
Yeah.
Do you know how they make me feel? They make me feel amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad and your other parent, your G mama, as you call her, give each, hey, what's up, Craig? High five and hug, and they talking about cigars and
Yeah.
drinking their little cognac and just different stuff like that.
But that's
Just small stuff.
inspired.
Oh yeah.
That's from you.
Oh yeah.
That's your roots. That's your
Yeah.
roots of love.
Yeah. And my stepdad and my dad went fishing. Where they do that at? In grown world.
In a grown world.
And being adults and being grown and making it happen.
Yeah.
So, but
well, Mama,
it's been amazing.
It has been fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you took the time out to sit down with me.
Next time I might have to give y'all a little bit of my comedy commentation.
Listen, y'all watch for her YouTube, because she's finna go crazy. She's finna do her thing. She writes books, she does poetry, she acts. And I'm not just saying this, she really does do these things. So
yeah, I do.
Y'all watch out for her, and thank you once again, Mama.
And thank you. And also, let's go back to history a little bit before you get out of here. Thank you for coming to see me do my poetry. Remember when what was that? The Shadow Bar was open?
Yep, I do.
Back in the day, man, that was so much fun.
I do remember that. And then I remember seeing you on your production when you were the grandmother.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Mom, I'm home. That was the name of it.
That was amazing.
And that was a production by my brother, George Johnson. He finna get out there and start doing his writing and his directing again. So look for me soon. And as y'all young people say, I'm going to be on all social platforms.
Yep, for sure. All right, y'all be safe. And more importantly, go be great.